Well, you only turn 40 once, and you might as well do it in style.
And Eric Hake's idea of style includes having a helicopter on hand to help celebrate his wife Linda's birthday. After gathering nearly 40 of her relatives and friends, he wanted to make sure they had something to do. The birthday bash caught Linda a little unprepared.
I knew it was my 40th birthday, probably have a little party, but it just wasn't anything I expected. And whenever I saw, my parents from Florida, my sisters from Chicago, and all my relatives, I flew them all in. I just cried for half an hour.
And the party's activities include a full fireworks show.
It's certainly a beautiful day here in Bangor, and a great day for a birthday party, one Linda Hake certainly won't forget. Paul Buckley, News Plus 7, somewhere over Bangor.
United can show you the old Hawaii where time takes a rest. And you can become yourself again. So come become Hawaii with the airline that's been her friend for nearly 40 years. United.
When you look for champions, you look to CBS Sports. This is CBS.
The Price Chopper Furniture Galleries at Northern Mattress are having an incredible waterbed sale. For a limited time only, we're offering a free waveless water mattress with the purchase of any of 9 different waterbeds. That's right, a free waveless water mattress. Full-case waterbeds on sale for only $199.95. This is a sale you don't want to miss. For the rest of your life, enjoy a Northern Mattress waterbed at the Price Chopper Furniture Galleries, Northern Mattress and Furniture, in town Fairfield.
Benjamin, isn't it your bedtime? I just thought I'd call you up. Mom says sometimes she is lonely. Well, everybody gets lonesome sometimes. So that's why I'm calling you up. Hey, how'd you like to try out your new kite tomorrow? Okay.
This evening with New England Telephone, a 5-minute call 55 miles in Maine is less than $1.25.
I'm glad you called me, Benjamin.
On to my next family.
When we renovated our home, we considered all the energy options and chose propane gas. The Blue Flame. By using gas for all our major energy needs, from heating and hot water to cooking and clothes drying, we qualify as a Maine Gas Blue Flame home, paying a special low rate on propane purchases. No other fuel can do so much for so little. Want to know more about Blue Flame living? Call 1-800-822-0205 and ask for this free brochure. Blue Flame Home. Share the spirit. Share the spirit. Share the spirit with Channel 5. Good evening, everyone. In our news tonight, a historical event in Hamden. Norridge Walk residents voiced their concerns about a pornography shop in their town. And Joe Carr will be here with all the sports news of the day. But first, 2 Orono trucks and an aerial ladder have been sent to a house fire in Veazey, that on Hudson Avenue. The call came in just 5 minutes ago. We'll update you on that story as the information becomes available. It was alumni reunion weekend at the University of Maine today. Events kicked off early with an 8 a.m. breakfast at the Field House. One of the highlights of the weekend is the presentation of the Alumni Career Award. This year's recipient was Doris Allen Twitchell of Old Town. She is best known for her work with the Children's International Village, which was founded in 1951.
But at this time, I present this year's Alumni Career Award to Doris Twitchell Allen, the class of 1923. Doris?
There is a great deal of stimulation and hope in bringing together 11-year-old children from many countries to live together in a simple camp-like situation for 1 month, where they make lifelong friendships.
Also on hand was Governor John McKernan, who talked about the importance of quality education.
Now, since I took office, I've talked on a number of occasions to educators and students as well. And I've done so because I am so convinced that in order to have the kind of economic development that we're looking for in this state, we absolutely have to continue to improve the quality of our educational program.
Events continue throughout the weekend. Maine is facing its most severe teacher shortage in nearly a decade, and state officials who keep track of classroom vacancies say the situation will get even worse this summer. By the end of May, 500 vacancies in all subject areas were open. Nearly a quarter of them were in special education. Those figures compared to 437 vacancies last year and 229 in 1985. Development jitters are spreading to some of Maine's smallest coastal towns. In Brooksville, those jitters have been turned into a joke on Route 176. Contractor Thomas Piscali put up this sign. Piscali also marked off mock 10-foot lots representing crowded housing. Former planning board member Robert Vaughn says it's Piscali's way of playing a practical joke.
What he deemed to be a humorous, satirical statement on coastal development in general.
Is there a lot of coastal development going on here?
No, yes, and there will be more.
Brooksville voted out their planning board last fall. A public hearing in Norwich Walk was held this morning on an anti-obscenity ordinance. Residents in town began calling for an anti-obscenity ordinance following the opening of the Little Beaver adult book and video store on Main Street earlier this spring. Norwich Walk residents will have a chance to vote on the ordinance on June 16th. Maine has produced its share of national leaders. James Blaine was Speaker of the House. Edmund Muskie was Secretary of State. But none has held higher office than Hannibal Hamlin, one of Abraham Lincoln's 2 vice presidents. A group of local people is working hard these days to preserve the legacy of Hamlin. Joe Carr has this report.
Take 2 additions away from this building, and you have what used to be Hannibal Hamlin's law office. Hamlin lived in Hampton for 26 years in the middle of his life and worked in this building.
Tell them get on, put some shoes on. It won't be a couple hours.
Volunteers are working on the building today, trying to get the office separated from the rest of the building. The land the building sits on is being developed by Parkway Realty.
Frankly, it comes as a surprise to us that this law office of Hannibal Hamlin is contained within the building that we recently purchased. We were not aware of it at the time, and I'm very, very pleased that the right questions were asked at the right time while it was still possible to save this before our plans to remove the building from the site. The doorway coming into this kitchen is actually the original front door to the old law office.
If everything works out, the building will be moved by truck in a couple of weeks. It will become a museum, a home for Hamlin memorabilia, which is scattered around the area. It's intended to serve as a lasting tribute to the state's only vice president.
We'll try to get everything we can to make the museum a place to visit that would look like his law office in that day. We hope also to make it a center for children to come to research law cases in that era so they learn the history through law.
Joe Carr, Channel 5 News, Camden.
It may not be the 4th of July yet, but preparations to keep it a safe 4th are already underway. Eric Hake of Blue Hill Pyrotechnics gave a demonstration today in Bangor on how to shoot fireworks safely.
Well, we just set off some flash powder, a pound of flash powder in the open, and of course it detonated, and it blew up 3 sheets of particle board. And just to demonstrate the power of what we're working with in display fireworks. We're going to salute in the finale rack. And we're going to purposely blow the finale rack up to show the effect of what a salute has when it goes off in the rack.
When we come back, some more news, and Joe Carr will be here with all its news in the sporting world today.
A lobster in every pot and a car in every garage.